Okay, I think we've got it on. Hello, welcome to my channel. Uh, I always assume that everyone's been here before, but perhaps you haven't been. Uh, the title of our channel is Coffee with Barbie and Ken. My husband, who is often with me in videos when we're selling jewelry and such, is not here today. Um, I just broke a pair of reading glasses. Um, Our channel originated with costume jewelry, and you still may see the occasional sale, even perhaps on a regular basis like we used to. Right now, we've been consumed with the care of our grandchildren, and we go uh, at a breakneck speed with the two kids trying to help my daughter and her husband. But we may very well and very soon return with some costume jewelry sales, so stay tuned. I also have that Facebook group, $5 or something, I forgot the name of it, where I put a lot of little lots and things on for $5 each. So I'll usually let you know when I do that. But we will be having kind of a variety. So I took the coffee and jewelry off of our channel and just put coffee, because it can be jewelry, it can be art, it can be just chitty chat. But I am just obsessed with drawing and also colored pencil reviews. If you check the internet, I'm not the only crazy person. My children thought it was very odd that I have so many colored pencils. But if you look, there's lots of reviews on my channel. And I love this coffee mug. It's, what's his name? The artist that does light. What's his? Thomas Kincaid. I'm crazy. I love this though. But I have lots of different reviews. My goal since the beginning has been to hunt the least expensive supplies that could help someone who wants to draw and do art but doesn't have a large art budget. I do have polychromos. I have some um, Prismas. I love how they look on paper, but they initially, when I bought those, they aggravated me to death trying to get them sharpened. But anyway, uh, so you may find a lot of colored pencil type things. Not too many tutorials yet. I don't consider myself a tutorial person qualified to do that many art tutorials. What I can tell you is that if I can draw and do art, anybody on the planet can. I'm over 35. That's all I'm going to say on that. But my whole life I've wanted to do art and basically couldn't even do anything. My handwriting's even bad. Uh, I was a music person and kind of just lived my life thinking, well, I sure wish I could do art. I don't have that. Then one day I was thinking about it here a couple of years ago, and I got to thinking, I'm not that talented of a musician. If you just holler out, hey, play Happy Birthday. I'm not one of those that can sit down and go, Happy Birthday, like my mother and uh, even my son. I don't have that much of an ear other than to add to something that's on paper. But I thought I've done pretty well with my music over the years. That's probably the one career thing I've done the most with. And been a church pianist, organist many, many years. I taught piano. And I got to thinking I could apply that same principle to art. If I can learn to play piano, I can learn to do art. So if you're out there and you think you could never draw or do art, you can. Um, the most helpful thing for me ever, ever, ever was a book that my friend Francis put me onto. It's called Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. It's a classic book, and it teaches you about learning to draw what you see, not what your left brain is telling you, well, that's a dog and he looks like this. No, you look, and you could even turn the picture upside down and start at the top and just make the marks that you see, you know. So at any rate, if I can draw, you could draw. So I'm going to get on to the colored pencil excitement of this. I just got 2 products from Amazon this morning that I was going to share. The first is not pencils, it's markers. And I do not know diddly do squat about these. I actually didn't order them until yesterday. They're by AnyMark. 24 colored dual tip acrylic paint markers. What drew me to these was the price. They were either $3.99 or $3.49. I did subscribe and save, so I saved a little bit. But it started out, I think, at $3.99. Dot tip and fine tip. AnyMark dual tip markers come in a 1 to 5 millimeter round dot tip and 1 millimeter fine tip. The dot tip is perfect for large area painting and coloring, and the fine tip is ideal for painting, drawing, and calligraphy. AnyMark acrylic paint markers contain rich, vibrant, water-based ink that dries quickly to produce durable and glossy on light and dark surfaces. It is multi-surface. Now, this is the part that kind of struck my husband. An ideal choice to design your creativity on all the everyday household stuff like glass, cloths, it says cloths, but clothes, I assume, ceramics, metal, and wood. It says cloths, so I'm thinking maybe it means more decorative cloth, not things you're going to wash. There's 24 colors, and they look pretty, varied. I have not tried these on anything. I have not even managed to get the box open yet. So my daughter got me this little doohickey thing that you push a button and the blade comes out. I don't know. I think she got like 5 of them and gave me one to have. I still have been unable to figure out even how to get this thing open. Here we go. I think we're getting there. But these I ordered yesterday. They were here today. And there were also a coupon involved in the subscribe and save. So I actually got these less than $3.99. Oh, there's nothing holding them in. They're just all in the box like that. I'm going to just pull a couple out and see what we can do. And I'm in here in the sunny part of the house. I love being in here. This is kind of my happy place by the sliding glass door, and I just like working in here. I have another room where we've got a better setup, but it's not here. Okay, let me see how these go, and then I'll show you. I'm not going to tilt that down because it's plugged in. Okay, you've got 2 tips. One is a sharp tip. Okay, this is the sharp tip. It's not quite as skinny as some sharp tips right there. And then this tip is not chisel tipped. I'm writing on myself. Like a lot of the markers, it's round tipped. They call it a dot tip. But there's the other one. And I like them. They're pretty good. You got a nice color choice. I'll try to put the link in the description if you want to get some. I do have an affiliate, so if you click on that, I might make, 10 cents. I have to disclose that. Okay, the pink is gorgeous. Let me show you this. Look at the pink. I'm writing all over the white tile on the bar. Kind of love that. Look. I like these. So I got 24 of those, and I think as you get older, you revert back into your childhood, but as a child, for a while, I went through this thing. I love to paint rocks, and you can use those on rocks, and I kind of had this silly idea of painting rocks again, which is just really stupid, and I guess it just proves you do revert to your childhood as you get older. But let me find out. I'm going to have to check into another sketchbook. It looks like I'm running through them pretty fast. I have a whole stack. But, I was talking about drawing. One of the things I have to credit where credit's due that has also helped me tremendously is a group on Facebook called Daily Drawing Challenges is what it's called. And every day they put a photo, well, he puts a photograph up. And my understanding is that he is a sculptor and art teacher. And most of the pictures, or they can be a sculpture or just a photograph, are very fine-tuned to a certain art perspective or skill or I don't know. It's you can take it and run with it and add your own spin on it should you want to do that. I try to do as exactly right to what it is as I can. Just like today's was this one. I did it real fast while I was having breakfast. And yesterday's was this silly robot. And things like that require a certain... this one was a couple of days ago, and it was hard. I didn't color it. I just drew it and inked it. This woman doing weight training on the beach. And just things like that you do. And then if you want to post yours, you can. I make myself post mine even if they're ugly because I think it holds my foot to the fire. And I also did another thing a year or two ago that was a big undertaking, and it did help me. But I made a goal to go all the way through the 3,000 or so pictures in the archive where they'd archived each day and do each one of those. And it was quite an undertaking, but it was also fun and challenging. Some of them I didn't do really drawings that would be anything suitable. I didn't post all of those because it was so many. But I did learn and acquire so much experience from doing that. And it also was fun. So the next thing that I got that I want to show you this morning, when I've opened these, because you talk about hard to open, are these Arteza colored pencils. Now, I have never tried Arteza. I watch a lot of reviews, and a lot of people really like Arteza. There's 48 in this. The one I ordered online was in a tube-like thing. I don't care. I just soon have this. But this one's not in a tube. It's in a tray with 2 stacks of things. Here's the first tray, the top tray. The color selection. And then the bottom tray has some really deep, interesting colors that I like. There. I'm in a group of people where you win these like $5 Amazon gift cards. And then I had one, actually that silly Facebook settlement, I got $10 from it. I don't know if you know about it. There was a lawsuit, group lawsuit. If you were on Facebook during a certain time, you could sign up and be a part of this lawsuit where supposedly they leaked your information or something. This is Half Calf coffee, and it is actually good. It's Maxwell House. But anyway, I had that money, and these were a really good deal. I had passed up a deal last time I had some little extra to put on pencils. They had a tube of these for like $9, $8.97, and I didn't get them. I got something else instead. And so when I saw these had been marked down, these were very reasonable. I'm thinking, they were much less than what they had. I can't remember how much I paid, so I'm not going to say. But they were cheaper than, they were less than 15, I know that. I want to say they were around 11. And the color selection's good. I haven't scratched one of them on the paper yet. Let's do that and see what we come up with. You can't really tell how you're going to like something until you really actually use them. I've got a hair in my eye. There. Use them to those of you that are new to the channel, I guess it might merit mentioning. I've been a long time Bell's palsy patient. I don't have it nearly as badly as I did at first, but it didn't go away like some people's do. It went kind of away. It comes back and sees me, but right now you can tell this pretty much is how I look most of the time. The cold weather seems to aggravate it a little. But I'm so thankful that my eye, that was the worst part. I couldn't see for the longest time. And I amassed all these coloring books. It was during the time when coloring became really popular. And I thought, if I ever get to where I'm the dog, come on in. He runs in and out all the time. He's just a little thing. Piper, come back in here. I have a new bedspread, and he smells like he might have been around some of we've had a lot of deer in the neighborhood, and he might have gotten in some deer stuff. He doesn't smell wonderful. It's not horrible, but these have, this is one layer of this pink color. Now let's put another layer, or it's actually called, they do have numbers. Do they have color names? No, just numbers. But numbers are better than nothing. Because a lot of the pencils I've gotten lately have not had numbers or names. And some of them don't even have color on the barrels. And it gets kind of irritating when you're working on a project to have to... Piper, you're worse than a toddler. He wants a saltine cracker. Let me give him a cracker. Here, you gonna take it outside? If you watched the channel years ago, we've had other dogs that passed away. Our last one was a blue tick hound. We're in Tennessee. And she died. And I actually think the thing that finally got her was, I think she got into the turkey vultures refuse. I'm not sure. But anyway, we paid a lot of money trying to keep her alive, and she died. Okay, let's see what we get when we layer this one. There we go. See that? These are nice. I like them. And I'm thinking that somebody said they were very close to Prismas. Now, the thing with Prismas, they're so hard to sharpen sometimes. And a lot of them I would get and sharpen manually in every way. Now, this red is pretty. I'm going over it again and see what we get. Oh, I like these. Look, you can cover the white quickly. Now I'm going to do something that I prefer paper. I prefer this kind of pencil sharpener. But I've got it so full it may not work. I'm going to try to sharpen this pencil. I should have dumped it. Well, that one's not going to sharpen very well now, is it? Now that I have completely dropped it. That's the problem when you drop pencils, the lead breaks and they don't sharpen well. So I'm going to sharpen a different one just to be fair to the pencils. Let's sharpen this pretty French blue. I love this color. It's like a... Oh, they sharpen well. Now, the big trick, though, is does the lead break off after you sharpen it? No. Piper. Yeah, this is pretty. I like them. I'm going to go over the second time. The dog we used to have, when we were going live, she knew for some reason on Tuesday night we were having a jewelry sale, and she would start that kind of thing and get to the camera. Piper. I like these an awful lot. Here's how they're presented. It's a cardboard box with these trays in it. Let me take the top tray off so you can see. See, the cardboard box has the trays recessed down in there. I usually put all mine into cases, or even just one of these little kindergarten pencil cases or something. For some reason, I end up usually putting them back in their case And then I'll take them out. I don't know. I rearrange my pencils all the time. I have a little art cart. I need to do a video called What's on My Art Cart. But I'm going to be giving this dog away in a raffle next. Piper, shh. He's the sweetest dog. He's part beagle. Let's see if I can get him on camera. This thing's plugged in and I can't hardly move it. Piper, I can't get you on camera. I'll try to next video. I'm going to try to be filming another video probably today about skin colored pencils. I've been doing, my big thing is I like trying to do portraits. I'm not very good, but it's my goal. So I use, get off of me, skin colored pencils a lot, and I'm yet to find one that really floats my boat, but I've got a bunch. And sometimes I think I end up using things that aren't considered quote-unquote skin colors. They're just pencils I like, you know. But I do recommend both of these products I showed you today, and I'll try to put a link in the description. I sometimes forget. But thanks for coming by, and I hope you guys will leave me a comment. I got some really nice comments during the past week, and you'd be surprised how encouraging that is. And I'll talk to you guys a little later. Bye.